Scene on BBC Radio London with Aurie Styla.
This is The Scene.
That's right, this is The Scene. I'm Aurie Styla. It's Monday, 8 till 10. You've got me, and inside the building with me is Marcel, or Dr. Marcel, I got to call him today.
Dr. Marcel.
Dr. Marcel.
Give
and I've
him
also
his
got
accolades.
You understand? Man earned that. Man earned that. And also got Darren Griffiths as well. How you doing, Darren?
Yes, man, I'm good.
Nice. We had a text come in from Jay. Jay has asked me to ask you, I think it's to ask you, Darren.
Okay.
I would like to ask your guess, and I think maybe both of you, because it's guess, at what stage did... Oh, just one guess. Sorry, Marcel, you're not... The doctor's not being asked this one.
Fair deep.
At what stage did he know that he overcame his fear and just follow his passion? When did you know?
Okay, I guess just in that moment that I just described. So the one where I was at that personal development course thing. So yeah, and it kind of changed my attitude towards life. That if you want something, just try it. Just go for it.
Go for it.
100%.
And yeah, you might fail. So what? So it's just generally, so what? Like,
That's
what
true.
actually happens? Like, I've died on stage, like in front of
we all have.
big numbers, and that's the thing that you're scared of when you start doing comedy. Then once you do it, and you're like, I'm still here. I'm still here.
It's
okay.
got to happen. If it doesn't happen, you don't know how to pick yourself up from that. If you work, it's like roller skating. You have to fall over once to know you can pick yourself up and keep roller skating.
That's the
it's
thing.
stuff like that.
Is it one of those things of when like of like the build up to you about to go on stage, and then once the show's done, you just literally feel like that was easy? Is it literally like that kind of situation, or?
Depends on how the show went. I guess. You can't die on stage and go, man, that was easy, bro. What was I worried about?
When you've killed it, then you're just like, I could have done another 20 minutes. I could have done another 30 minutes.
The
in your head.
confidence kicks in.
But once you've died and you realise, okay, that was rough, and then the guy after you goes and they absolutely dies. Oh, yeah, about that bad. It's like,
you start comparing yourself to the other person. You're like, you sit there and go, oh man, what was wrong with me? Then the other person goes and they die. You go, oh man, it must be the show. I feel okay now.
I feel okay because the other side of that is like, they're pretty quiet out there, aren't they?
Crowd,
Like, the guy gives you that one on his way out. It's like, they're pretty quiet out there. Let's see what goes on. And then they go out stage and all you hear is like the roof falling off. Like they're absolutely killing it. And they come out, it's like, yeah, it wasn't right for me. It's like, get out my face, man.
Just leave. Just leave. Why would you even play?
Yeah, don't do fake humble. Like,
do you see what I'm saying? So this week, the past couple of weeks, I've been really deep on like documentaries, especially on online. So Netflix, I watched stuff on YouTube and Amazon Prime and stuff. Last week I watched Fire.
Yeah.
Right? Not even going to get too deep into that because I'm not going to talk about that again because I got an event I'm running which is similar to that and I don't want to have to think about all the struggle and stress that they went through, right? You both seen it though, haven't you?
But you've got a guy who'll get you water though, right?
No, bro, listen,
Okay.
I'm ignoring that right now. I'm ignoring that. Do you remember the water guy? All right, let's ignore that. Let's just bypass that right now. But what I did watch this week, I watched it twice all the way through. Have any of you seen Killer Mike's Trigger Warnings with Killer Mike?
I've seen 5 of the.
You've seen 5 of them?
Episodes.
I've heard about it, but like I know you got to talk about it, but just try and
not spoil it for you. Well, I don't want to spoil it for anyone else who's listening that has not seen it. If you have seen it, this is my way of being nice, right? If you have seen it, you can tweet in and say, I have seen it, right? If you haven't seen it, say, I haven't seen it. And if you don't want us to ruin it, just tweet me or text in and say, don't ruin it for me. 81333, start with London. And also you can tweet in on BBC Radio London. So at BBC Radio London, all one word. I'm going to try not to ruin this, yeah? But the idea is Trigger Warning with Killer Mike. It's almost like a documentary / social experiment on different ideologies that Killer Mike and his team around him have on how to advance society and elements of society that definitely need some help. And some of the episodes, there's one where it's about gang violence in Atlanta, so we're talking Bloods and the Crips, and giving them business ideas so they can actually monopolize on the fact that they are a brand. Similar to like Hell's Angels, who they sell t-shirts and people buy Hell's Angels t-shirts. So he tries to teach the Bloods and the Crips how to make a product, and the product that they make is like Coca-Cola. It's a soda drink, right? But their own version of it. He's got other ones when it comes to education, but the one that really hit me is the first episode, because even though it's deep in terms of even though it's humorous and entertaining, there's a depth to it. And this one was about keeping money within communities. And I'm not saying that what you should do is not spend elsewhere, but being able to keep your community alive and the businesses within them, predominantly because Killer Mike is black. He's talking about the black community in America and how you can keep the dollar amongst the black community so you can help the economy or the black economy of the areas that you're in develop and grow. And real facts. He was talking about the Asian community in America can keep $1 in their community for 28 days. White communities in America, an average of 21 days. Black community, 6 hours.
What?
Yep.
6 hours.
6 hours.
So businesses that buying black in America average 6 hours, where the average for an Asian community 28 days. That is a very big drop.
That's a massive difference, isn't it?
I mean, how do you do that? I mean, it's something you need to watch. It's deep, right? And the reason why I wanted to bring it up, because I have got two men in me, part of the UK black community here, that also have in their own right something which you can invest in, which is also investing in black. So you do music.
Yeah.
You have a studio. You said it was in Soho.
Soho, yeah.
So we're talking about a man who is an entrepreneur in his own right. And then you've got Darran as well. Now, Darran, I know you're going to start putting on shows at some point, and tours especially, right? You may not see it now. I'm somebody who does, and I can see you're about to go down that route as well.
Yeah.
Right? I feel like it's something that when I look at it, I'm like, well, right, how do you do that? How do you keep within that? I mean, let me ask you, Marcel, what do you think about it? 6 hours, bro.
I think it's crazy. But I suppose it's like one of those situations where it kind of depends on like what area they're in as well, innit? Like and if they're actually investing into like businesses in that area to keep it in there.
It was like Atlanta. He was in Georgia, and then he went to another part of Atlanta. I can't remember what it was called. I think it was Athens.
Athens, yeah.
Athens, it was, wasn't it? And it was like he couldn't. Bro, he went there. He would buy food in like a restaurant. If the food is made by the black community, but it's bought the food. Sorry, something's going off there. But no, the food's made by the black community, but it's bought. Let's say the food that they actually buy before they cook it is bought from a market which isn't black.
Oh,
he wasn't allowed to. If it was for a social experiment, he wasn't allowed to eat it. Couldn't last 2 days. Easy.
You couldn't find one.
He found one place that they had to grow the food themselves, but he couldn't eat anywhere else. It was crazy when you saw it. Mark, you need to watch this, bro.
No, I'm gonna.
It's a deep documentary, and from a social aspect, I looked at it and it really hit me. I was like, wow, like, am I doing enough for myself?
Yeah.
But when I think about the foods I buy, like, what's the last thing I had? I think I had Nando's. I don't know where the chicken comes from.
Yeah, I don't actually know what kind of cuisine Nando's is, because I thought it was like North African, but then I've heard it was like somewhere in Spain, and then I was like, I don't know, Portuguese?
I don't know, bro. I mean,
I think it's maybe Afro-Portuguese.
something like that.
So they're just trying to cover two.
Yeah.
Well,
I think it's like from Mozambique and Angola, I think.
Like there was, and then the other one was the Crips and Bloods one. That one was interesting. Like you're talking about two gangs trying to sell products, and then when they tried to make these products, the negativity that they got from, like, I mean, Darran, you saw this, right?
Yeah.
They made like a Coca-Cola.
It's called Crip Cola.
Cripa-Cola. Yeah, well done. Yeah, Cripa-Cola. They made a Cripa-Cola, but everyone was like, if I buy this and people see me holding a Cripa-Cola and they're Bloods, they're gonna think it's a gang.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It was. You need to watch this. Honestly,
I think in this country, since we don't really know where to go for these things, like for black businesses, I think for a lot of people, black business is something that has a lot of black people in it, serving black people, by black people, so barbershop, hairdresser, that's it. And they don't actually think, that law firm might be owned by a black guy, or that accounting, and that is a black business still. So,
but other communities have that set up. So why don't we? What's going on with us?
Well, we do have it set up, or you lead me on to something.
Somebody's got answers.
Yeah, no. Well, no, because not many people know. I'm not sure you know. I work with a charity called the 100 Black Men of London.
Okay.
We have a program called Economic Empowerment. So we've got so it's Build, Invest, Grow. So if you want to go to 100bmol.org.uk, we do like community mentoring programs as well, but our kind of big push and thing coming out this year is the economic empowerment stuff. So it's about black businesses investing, if the black business already exists, and investing in that and helping that grow, or teaching people skills of how to start their own business. So like there's programs like that, and also we're not like one of those organisations that will put down any other black kind of community-led organisation. We've got like we've got a database of different businesses and different kind of community programs that maybe we don't do directly, but you should go here for that. So we've got these things out there, but our problem as a charity is we're not very well known, and the things we do isn't very well known. So I think that's our problem as a community, is we don't know where to go for those things.
Why is it important that communities also, as well as supporting just businesses they like, but supporting their own communities? Why is that important?
I think especially for black people, we've built up a massive distrust of each other when it comes to business, and
Yeah,
there's a big distrust.
there is times that happens. Yes,
I think there's also this idea that I should get something for free because I've done business with you as a black person.
Man. Bro. Oh, you got that comedy show in it.
Hey,
fam,
big man.
big man. What's guest list saying?
Come on.
Marcel, you must get this.
The
bro.
guest list, come on.
Come on, hey fam, what man can't get on that? I want to support fam. Can I get on the guest list? I'm like, that's the most contradictory.
Exactly.
Wow.
So, and that's our attitude towards our own in business and stuff. And I think as well, we have such a high standard that's unfair. Like we always make jokes about Caribbean takeaways, like the customer service and running out of food. Please tell me when you've ever gone into a takeaway, like go to a kebab shop or go to a Chinese restaurant and tell me you get good customer service from that takeaway. You don't. You get shouted at.
Yeah.
But you just accept it. You get when boss man's going, what do you want? What do you want? Chili sauce? Chili sauce? Just like he doesn't care. He's not trying to be friends with you. But we're just like, yeah, I'll take that.
But then when it's like we expect more.
Go to Caribbean place. Like, why is she being so rude to me? It's like, because you're there with your mouth open, looking at the menu, going, I don't know what I want. So
I feel this is a deep topic. There's gonna be so much on this, right? Because I feel like even with that one, there are times that some people don't look at how we approach the restaurants and stuff. But we're gonna talk more on this, right? You're not going anywhere, you two, are you? No. You're chilling here because this is a topic which is. It touches me. It's deep, and I love how Killer Mike made it into like something which is comical, but there's some depth to it as well. So we're gonna don't go nowhere. We're gonna get involved more with this topic. If you want to get involved as well, remember 81333. Start your text with the word London or tweeting at BBC Radio London. Right now, though, we're gonna head over to the news. So don't go anywhere. Stay right there because we'll be here right here in the scene from 8 till 10. That's right.